Good day, everybody. Welcome to Podcast Host Army, where you can listen in on tactics of growth and scale and monetization for your podcast show in 5 minutes or less. This is the intro episode, and my name is Josh. I run 3 podcast shows, not including this one yet. I run Uncensored Advice for Men, The Deal Scout, and CRE Principles. We just started Podcast Host Army's podcast show to share tactics on growth and monetization in 5 minutes or less from me and from hundreds of other podcasters around the globe in 5 minutes or less. So if you are a podcaster and you're looking to share some insights and expand your network and promote your show, Podcast Host Army may be a place for you. We have a mastermind group that we just formed up that we're teaching each other how to do things. I'm going to share from my experiences of doing it over 2,000 times, monetizing shows through sponsorships and hundreds of different other ways. I'm going to show how I do that. I'm going to open up my network. I'm going to teach as I learn, and I want to do the same with other podcasters. So as you're listening into Podcast Host Army's podcast show, we're going to have to find another way to say that. As you're listening in, you get to learn from myself and from other podcasters so you too can grow and monetize your show. So the format, what you're going to hear, this is the intro episode where I'm supposed to kind of set the expectation for you. The format, what you're going to hear or see if you're watching this on YouTube, is you're going to see clocks up in the corner, and the podcasters who are sharing the episode have 5 minutes or less to do this. This is the format. Give your name, like I did. Name what your podcast show is so people, our listeners, can see what you're talking about. So they could go to your podcast show and see the tactics that you're using, right? It'll help you grow and scale and expand your own podcast show. But you're going to give your name, your podcast show, what podcast tips you have for the community, and then how to connect with you. All right. So I did that messily through this intro episode, but that's going to be the expectation moving forward. So I just set up this intro to set the stage and to encourage you guys, if you're a podcaster, head on over to podcasthostarmy.com and join our mastermind group where we focus on these kind of topics and give you a stage to get in front of our pretty big community. All right. So that's podcasthostarmy.com. All right. So I got a few minutes to spare, but I'm going to give it back to you guys. I hope you have a lovely day, and we'll see you on the next episode.